was a girl named Little Red Cap. Once upon a time, there was a cute little girl. Her grandmother bought her a little red cap, and she loved it so much that she wore it every day. Since then, she was always known as the Little Red Riding Hood. But one day, her grandmother became very sick.
Here's a basket of cake and wine for your grandmother. Take them to her because she's very ill and it'll help her feel better. And remember not to wind her off, and remember to say good morning to her because she loves conversation.
Hey, Mother, I will be careful.
It is a bright, warm, and sunny day. Little Red Riding Hood is prancing about the woods on her way to her grandmother's house. It's in a forest with many bright green trees and beautiful budding flowers.
It's such a glorious morning.
Well, hello, Mr. Wolf. Yes, it is a very beautiful day.
Can I ask you why you're wandering in these woods so early?
I'm going to visit my poor grandmother, the poor darling.
Aw, can I ask you what's in your basket?
Cake and some wine for my grandmother.
Where does your grandmother live?
She lives quite further in the woods. You must have seen it. There's 3 trees standing right beside it.
The wolf began to ponder. Then he said to himself,
What's such a tender girl? She'll be way better than the old granny. But I have to eat both. If I act quickly and carefully, I can eat them both.
So the wolf walked quickly and got back to the little girl. Then in a deceitfully concerned voice, he said to her,
Little Red, why do you walk past the beautiful flowers without taking a glance at them?
Little Red Riding Hood looked around to see the sun shining on the flowers. Little Red decided to search through the flowers to find some for her grandmother, while the big bad wolf ran to the grandmother's house.
It's Little Red, Granny. I brought you some wine and some cake. Please come to the door.
I cannot move. I am too sick. Just come in, the door's unlocked.
The wolf turned the doorknob and went inside, walking straight into the grandmother's bed, and devoured her. He then dressed in her clothes and cap, lay in her bed, and waited. Meanwhile, in the woods, Little Red Riding Hood was making her way to the house, but she was very confused because she noticed the door was already open.
I have a strange feeling today. Something might be wrong.
Little Red goes into her grandmother's bedroom and sees her lying in her bed. However, she looks very strange.
Like, grandmother, your ears are so big.
Yes, child. The better to hear you with.
But grandmother, why are your eyes so big and ugly?
Better to see you with.
But grandma, your hands are so big too.
Yes, child. Better to hug you with.
But grandma, why is your mouth so terribly
Better to eat you.
Shh, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wolves.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get your money to buy a thing, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me.
After he was full, he lay in his bed and began to snore. Meanwhile, the huntsman was passing by the house and wondered how an old woman was snoring so loud, and went inside to check on her. Then he found the wolf lying in her bed instead.
Is that you I see, big bad wolf? I've been looking for you.
The hunter decided not to shoot him because he realized the grandmother could still be alive in his stomach. So he took a pair of scissors and he cut him open. Suddenly, Little Red Riding Hood popped out.
Thank you for saving me. Let's get these rocks and put them in his stomach. Can you help me?
Slacks with accentuating off-white pinstripes. Whoa, everything goes according to plan. I'm the new cancer, never look better. You
Then the wolf woke up. But the rocks were so heavy that he fell to his death.
From then on, Little Red Riding Hood promised herself she would never wander off the path into the woods when her mother told her not to. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Bloopers.
Not to you, girl. Puppy, that's so irresistible.